yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk on this episode. We have Madogthefirst back in his Hellcat, currently of no clan, on the top of a 3-5-7 tier 6 battle, so a mid-tier battle. Hellcat M18, really good tier 6, well, medium really, but they call it a TD. It's got a turret, it's got some good speed, got nerfed, I don't know, a couple years ago. It was really a terror at tier 6, but it's still quite good. Now this game is not going to be a Radley Walters or a 10-kill game or a 5,000 damage game or anything like that. It's a good game, it's a serviceable game, but it teaches a lot of really great things. For all of our TD player friends, especially the newer ones, you guys that are, and gals that are emerging out of that, you know, tier 1 through 4, where you learn that if you get spotted, you get massacred, and now you're liking TDs and stealthy tanks and you want to hang out in a bush and shoot, which is kind of the natural progression. But now you're probably thinking, all right, well, that's fine, I can get into a bush, but how do I move forward? When do I move forward? What are the signs that I need to get more aggressive? So let's take a look at Mad Dog and how he does this on Erlenberg, which they ruined and have turned into a massive camp fest for the most part, but that's another subject for another time. He's headed over to the east side, and he's going to grab this bush right here. When Mad Dog sent this to me, he said, does it seem like some bushes are overpowered? And it does to me to some extent. I don't know. This is a relatively low tier game. You're going to see him do some things here in this bush and take some shots that you probably wouldn't get away with in a higher tier game, provided that this particular bush isn't bugged or some such thing. I can't say it's not, but you'll see what I mean. He shoots right there. You know why he shot there? That was a great one. Did you see that tree go down? He just took a shot right in. There's another tree right down. Cleans up this guy, and that's what I'm talking about. That guy was pretty close. He's got decent spotting range, the T-28. Not amazing. So this may be more a case of just bad low-tier tanks and bad crews not being able to see him. Again, with the BIS, the P-43 is well inside the green line, so it seems like he should have had a decent chance of seeing. But also realize there's probably a pretty good crew in here for Mad Dog, and he's also got his camo net up, which is one reason why I like camo nets for this exact kind of playstyle. So he's got some targets coming up. There's a couple guys forward. That's good. There's more than I would like camping in the back, especially considering some of them are mediums. The fight over on the west side is fairly small, but they're not getting overrun, and the middle is covered. In fact, they're pushing forward pretty well. So we got the BIS coming in there. That's just a miss, I think. That guy runs off. Mad Dog's looking at it. And you can start counting noses on here. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 5 or 6 missing. Oh, look out, don't crash. One of them's the artillery, so he's clearly in the back somewhere. And Mad Dog's going to go ahead and move forward. And this is where I'm talking about knowing when to move forward. This is an interesting play right here. He's going to keep moving on this. Now, I probably would have stopped and tried to zoom in and get that shot. What's more than likely going through Mad Dog's head is he's got a slightly different playstyle than I have. He is aggressive, but he's a lot more careful than I am. So he's going to take that shot on the run and keep on moving up underneath this hill, because God knows what else is up on top of that hill. Very possible for me, had I stopped and zoomed in on T40, all of a sudden I find out there's 3 more tanks up there and I evaporate. The M18 is known for that. Now he stops. He hasn't taken any shots. Nobody else is spotted, so he now has a reasonable expectation there was nobody up there. So when he's in a bit of a safer spot, he'll stop and finish that dude off. Taking shots on the run is an important skill to have, as far as just knowing when to do it. And that was a good time to do it. He's going to find the Tog. Look how he goes and finds this piece of cover, covers up most of his tank as much as he can, and this poor Tog just gets absolutely abused. I don't even know who he's aiming at. I guess he's aiming at Mad Dog, but he's just getting rocked. Down he goes. Mad Dog gets the spotting damage, and we're down 1 Tog on the enemy team. And he's going to keep on pushing in here. He's got a big crowd behind him. You'll see here that the M18 is rather fast. It is a little ungainly to turn. Its traverse on the hole is not great, and its turret is very slow. So as far as circling things, you do have to be very careful. He's going to run right into the artillery who's in this bush 10 feet in front of him and just proxy lights him. Both of them miss. How does that happen? I do not get missed by shotgun arty shots. I'd imagine that Mad Dog does not often either. And down goes the grill, which is God's work. And now moving into the back. The west side has held fine. The middle has rolled up whatever they met in there. Mad Dog and that massive glob behind him have just completely obliterated the entire east side. And this is just cleanup on aisle 2 at this point. Mad Dog's running in to get as many hit points as he can. There's a guy over there. Holy cow, waltzing Matilda. What are you doing there? What exactly would you be there for in this game? It's low tier game. I get it, but holy cow. Hey, he was still there. Good job, Matilda. Nicely done. Fantastic. So a bot or bot level play, it's hard to tell. Very strange. So now we're going to cross across here, and hey, dude, I think you missed one thing here. This guy is probably oh yeah, you had a shot on him right there. Pushing in though, so we're going to come back. There is one fairly dangerous tank left. We got the 2640. He's crossing, that poor fella. Oh, he stops short on Mad Dog. I hate it when they do that. Down he goes. Spotting damage for Mad Dog. There it is. That thing is a major pain. I think Mad Dog's probably thinking, well, I'll get my shot. Try to maybe jink a little bit. Maybe he'll hit my track or miss or something. Oh, or he'll just disintegrate because the giant glob, Mad Dog friends, is following up behind and getting damage. I've talked about this a lot, you know. If you're the one in front, provided you're doing it right and careful, you're going to gobble up that spotting and assist damage. Plus, you're going to get your own damage along the way. I mean, it's fine to sit back there and be those dudes hanging out in the back, but you're sharing all that, right? You're giving this guy up here a bunch of extra credit for the shots you're taking just because you want to hang out in the back. Look at them. None of them really hurt. Spent the whole game shooting stuff that Mad Dog lit up. Crazy, crazy stuff. It was a good game, man. 1,400 damage, 1,600 spotting in a relatively low tier game. And a good clinic on TD use. Initially, he took that kind of campy back bush spot, but when he had shots, he took them. When he ran out of shots and he assessed the situation, he moved forward. He did it smartly and carefully, and when it was time to put the pedal to the metal, he went ahead and did so. And if you can learn that kind of gameplay, especially in TDs. Now, granted, this has a turret, so it's a little bit more difficult in casemates, and some TDs are slow. There's all the caveats I'm talking about here, but this even works as a medium or a heavy. The idea that I go to a spot that's good initially, I assess the situation, I take my shots, and when the shots dry up and go away, and it's time to go find more shots, get on your horse and find your more shots, and you can even do it in a paper TD like the Hellcat right here. You don't actually have to still be back in this bush wondering if anyone else is going to get through this cordon right here so you can get a hit point of damage added to your total. All right, that's all I had, folks. Appreciate you tuning in. Send any good replays that you have, or even bad ones, replays you'd like me to assess for your gameplay, all that kind of stuff. And as always, we will see you.